Hello everybody and welcome to a new reaction of the Haunting of Bly Manor. So, last time, the last episode of Jolly Corner was definitely not my favorite episode of the season, and maybe even not my favorite season or favorite episode of the show. I mean, even considering the Haunting of Hill House, the episode to me was a little bit too much, there was too much in my opinion to fit in. It was kind of all over the place, really irregular. There were good things obviously, but mainly the whole tone of the episode in itself, was not there for me. We lacked the sensitivity that we usually have, but I understand we are getting close to the end of the season. We needed some answers, but I just would have liked maybe that we had decimated these, throughout more episodes instead of lingering too much on the mystery and then dropping everything last episode, because it really makes for an episode too different in my opinion from the rest of this season. But apart from that, I'm really excited. We're jumping today in an episode called The Two Faces Part 2. So I believe that I referenced this in 2 episodes ago. The fact that this is quite unusual to have a part 1 and a part 2 really separated, not following each other in the in the episodes order. I'm really curious to see why we have 2 parts and separated. I get that now, that we know that there is the parallel between Myers and Peter and Flora and Rebecca. We're getting back to the title of The Two Faces, but I'm really curious to see now what this is all going to become, because I don't know much about Peter, but Rebecca didn't seem to know that Myers was being possessed by Peter, which is quite odd, because I would think that if this is happening to you, why wouldn't you think that this is happening to basically your partner in crime? Especially since, given Hannah's dreams, Rebecca seemed to know of Peter's supernatural death, something like this. So yes, this is going to be quite interesting. Maybe we're going to slightly connect also to the mysterious woman in the lake. That would be nice, because at first I did believe that this was Rebecca, but apparently no, this is somebody totally different. So here I have definitely no clue what this is going to be about. We have, 3 episodes left. Yeah, 3 episodes left. Really curious to see what the twist is going to be, because we had a really good twist on the end of The Haunting of Hill House. Not much of a twist, but a really nice bundle of conclusions and reveals, and I'd say rebounds in the narrative. So I'm really curious to see where this one is going to land, because so far obviously this is the hunting of something. So a hunting, it's basically, ghost in a house or in a residence or building, whatever. But I'm really curious to see if the ending is going to be drastically different, or if this is going to follow the same canvas, because so far it's followed the same canvas as the first season, but with different characters and a different context. So yes, without any further ado, the full-length reaction to that episode is available on Patreon. Link down below in the description box. Also, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell if that's not already done. And also leave a like, that is really appreciated. The links to all of my social media are going to be down below in the description box, as well as the link to the Discord server if you want to chat a little more. That being said, let's jump right in. Let's go. Kids, please.
You tucked away just now. Where did it go? I'm asking.
Beautiful game.
She's worried. Look. She can't even hear you.
Of course she's worried. She's even panicked. Kids, get a clue. So, you had a chat? I'm still not really sure what Peter wants, because, man, you're dead, so.
Both of you. Nothing.
Why is Rebecca saying nothing?
Can't you just tuck her away somewhere nice till she feels a little bit better.
Yeah, because you surely enjoyed that yourself last time.
It's...
Hannah.
I mean, it's...
What's happening with Hannah?
Bex! It's okay, kids. She's just, she's dream hopping a little. We need to figure out what to do with our friend here. I mean, she could get us in a lot of trouble, couldn't she?
Yeah, now that you've knocked her out and everything, of course she's got to get you in a little bit of trouble. You could have just talked to her nicely.
It's Hannah at the door. I need you... Again, I need you to talk to her.
Is she not knocking?
I don't hear any knocking, I mean.
Ah. Interesting.
No.
Getting some Bitter Quill background. We could have discovered that Bitter Quill had some real serious problems and that it's okay that he's told. Then he stole.
Just a little help. Trying to get started fresh.
So you're the one who messed up and you're asking him not to say you're out or not to say it's you.
You know, he'd kill you if he could. For what you did to him.
For what I did to him.
He says it all the time.
That woman seems fishy.
To your boss. I suppose those juvenile records he might not even know.
Ah, that's a terrible mother.
Oh, you're not a rich man, Petey.
No.
Just work for one, do you? Forgive me if I misread.
Wow, slap that woman out. I won't mind.
So it's actually all right. He told me to tell you not to worry. So don't worry.
Kid, do you realize you're not making any sense at all? I understand you, but you're not making any sense at all.
No, can't miss genius, Jamie. Is it a mixer will damage the gluten molecules and we mustn't. God help us all if those gluten molecules aren't tippity-top.
Bex. You couldn't see me, not right away. I had to figure out a way to make it so...
Just say I'm
so that
dead
you could see
first.
me. I wouldn't leave without you, and I won't leave without you now. That's why I'm here.
You can't leave. It's a better explanation.
Now, please,
Don't scream.
think, what's the one thing?
You could have done that with her head. Wouldn't be funnier.
What if we still did it? Went to America.
You're still in for it, girl. Come on.
I can't leave Bly. The moment I reach the edge of the property, I'm right back here. Inside, right on the spot where...
Psych.
You're right here and I can hear you and I
got to
can
be
see you. Quiet, Bex.
Oh,
Bex?
did you take possession of her? That's an interesting event.
Oh, King,
What did you do to me?
why is that?
So easy looping himself.
Just that he'll consider.
Consider.
Ah. That's Henry. Is she really cold? This episode is really, really slow. I have to say I'm a little bit bored, not gonna lie. Yeah, that's Peter.
It didn't work.
Now you're all muddy. Sure. Red light.
Where the hell have been? It's been almost a week.
I'm sorry.
Weak? What are you becoming? Possessive? Obsessive? I reckon.
You trust me.
I don't.
Trust me because I have a plan. A plan that'll let us be together again. And touch each other and taste each other.
Yeah, it's gonna kill you. In other words.
It would be the two of us sharing a life.
Don't understand.
No, they definitely talk about possessing the kids and being the kids.
That's why I keep getting pushed out because you didn't invite me in.
Oh, no, okay. That's weird. They live in the same body.
It's you.
It's so weird because they've known each other, like, for really not that long, and they're, like, making supernatural plans together. I do believe that the fact that the guy, you know, has been on our wrong and for a long time prevents us from really liking this relationship, no matter how true and genuine it might be.
I'm tucked away again, aren't I?
Yes.
Ah, jeez. Yeah, so it's not working.
He had promised they'd be equals.
So is she going to be
But
tucked away
She
forever?
was safe, tucked away in a memory of them, where they could be together.
Okay. I have to say, this is a nice shot. I don't know if this is fair of him to do this, really. Oh yes, he's here. Oh yes, that's right. I forgot about his body being dragged away. I'm not even sure what was his intention. Was his intention really to die right here, or... So I suppose the lady of the lake took her. It's, I don't know, I have nothing to say. I really, really have nothing to say. Because one thing I don't understand is that if he was going to kill her, wouldn't it just all go... Wouldn't it just all vanish?
I had to. I'm sorry, but I had to.
I'm puzzled because I couldn't tell if he did that out of really selfishness or if he really did that for her.
I didn't understand what was happening to me. I didn't know what it meant, and you were there.
Has it been abused? Yeah, I suppose.
I was right in the middle.
I have to say it's a really great performance from the actor, of course, but I'm not feeling anything for the actual character.
I don't like it when you don't warn me.
I know, I'm sorry, okay? I'll explain, but it won't.
It's not fair on these kids, come on.
Was I?
The kids are being abused.
Maybe we can wait until...
Wait until what? Vex?
Till they're adults.
Fade away.
Oh, okay.
Tell me like this. Happen, Vex. This is what happened.
I didn't see where she came out of.
No,
Okay,
of
they
course
fade away.
This is what
happens.
to everyone who dies here at Bly. Miles, I need your help, and Miss Jessel needs you, Flora. Isn't that right?
Rebecca, I don't know what you're doing, girl, but you've already been way much suffering, and you're about to inflict so much suffering to these kids. Would you let these kids suffer just for your own
In the Forever House, just like we said.
Mum
selfishness?
and Dad.
Case man in the world. The richest person. I wish.
I mean,
could be that rich.
they do not fiercely mean to harm the kid and wish them bad, but they're kind of taking away their potential, their life.
It's you.
Danny, come on, you can do better than that.
It's me.
It's us.
Couldn't you just stand up and, I don't know, headbutt them? The kids, I mean, not a ghost, because obviously she can't headbutt the ghosts. Yeah, the eyes.
Thanks.
I thought it happened before with Rebecca, but I wasn't sure. This is insane.
Do a little.
Not just saying that it is mad, but I mean, this is not sane. This is not sanity at all.
I have gotten so sick of watching you strutting around like this. No, you need to be put in your place.
If you do not realize that this is Peter talking, that would be really a bold move from Miles.
An opportunity to hone my skills. In Paris, I was a sous chef, which means they only let me chop.
We're back.
Miles is gone. Flora might be too. And there's nothing I can do about it
You're gone too.
because I'm dead.
Hannah is really the most terrible fate for me. If I could take just one person out of this bloody house, that would be her. It would not even be Danny. I love Danny, but it would definitely be Hannah. I mean, Danny, she just really fell into that trap.
How did I do?
You did very well.
Good, Rebecca.
Miles. It's too late. It's too late, but not for her.
I mean, if you get her out of property, she'll be, yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you, Danny. Could you just take her in your arms? Because you're going to come across Miles, and Miles is going to try to murder you.
I don't know, anywhere.
Flora, please don't be difficult.
I don't like this game.
Flora! Oh, didn't you? Oh, fudge. Okay, so who's this one? Is she a murderer? Is she really gonna kill Danny? Alright. I have to say that the ending of that episode was way better than the rest of the episode in itself. The rest of the episode was, there were good elements, but most of it was... It's not an overall... It's not something overall is not good, It's just some lines here and there that I would take away. Some seconds here and there that I would take away. But so just you add one and one and one and one and one, and then you come up with a whole lorry truckload of things that you would discard. And the beginning of the episode was interesting, the end of the episode was interesting, the information that we got in the middle was really interesting as well, but how the information in the middle were processed to me was quite boring, and I didn't have much to say really. I was just like, okay. There was no emotional thing really. You're just witnessing what's happening and you want to get to the bottom of it, and it's so we definitely have our answers now regarding the final ghost, that lake lady. So now I'm wondering, is she just like a former individual who was a murderous lady and she just died on the property, and then she's a ghost, and so she just keeps on killing people, and I'm not sure what is Peter's plan here with the kids, because I was thinking for a moment, is he going to take possession of their body and then go away, maybe die somewhere else, but no, because his ghost would still be stuck on the property, just like he tried to do with Rebecca before in the episode. So I'm not really sure. Was he planning on just inhabiting Flora's and Miles' bodies and have an incestuous relationship? I don't know. But yeah, I do not believe, Peter is. I do believe that Peter is a terrible individual, but I do not think he's doing this because he wants to do bad things, Obviously, I do believe that this is a guy who just wants to be happy, and he just turns out that he makes extreme decisions to get his happiness because he didn't have a happy childhood or everything else. So, but I'm not necessarily feeling anything really towards this drought and his alarming situation because he's definitely been presented to us as a villain the whole time. So when the twist comes, it doesn't affect me really. I'm really glad to see Miss Jessel is on the good side of things because it was like, girl, you've suffered because he's done this to you and you're gonna let him do this to the kids. But no, she's not. So really great. So we know how she died. We basically know everything now apart from the end game of Peter's plan and what's the murderous lady ghost. But we have 2 episodes to go, which is quite interesting because I would have thought that we would have only had 1 episode after this because it felt like a penultimate episode. I mean, the penny dropped. It's about fleeing, Anna's come to her senses. Everything is pretty much almost resolved, but I really regret that it only just came to these very 2 last episodes, and this episode here, in my opinion, felt a little empty content-wise because, like I said, it almost feels like they needed to stretch some scenes in order to fill out the 50-minute timer, and elongating these scenes and everything is what really made me kind of boring because I was like, basically, if you want an example, when they're all in the kitchen and blabbering about, the dough and the mixer and everything felt kind of, and there were some other moments where Miss Jessel is just phasing, and sometimes it's good, sometimes it's too long. These scenes are all right, but they are too long in my opinion, and nothing happens really. You're really interested in what's happening in the end where there are stakes, but in the middle you're not even mad at what really Peter is doing because he's doing stuff and you're just like, okay, sorry, I'm bumping everything, and you're just like, okay, give me the answers and let's get back to the present time and see what they're gonna do about it. But yeah, the whole conversation of Peter trying to talk Rebecca in his plan and everything there were lines that felt really unnecessary, too long and everything. And quite honestly, Peter's backstory, as much as it brings something to the character to an extent, it feels to me unnecessary because, like I said, or maybe it's just a me thing, tell me down below in the comments, but to me his backstory doesn't change anything to what he's doing right now and how I view it. Because I could say, alright, I see that you're not a monster or anything, but already before this I didn't think it was a monster, but just for the sheer fact that he's making still these decisions and the result's gonna be the same doesn't change anything to me because obviously we never cared for Peter before, and now it's not even, and Peter's now distress is undermined by the kids' distress, rightfully so, I may add, but yes, it doesn't have the effect. It's almost like they wanted to bring a background so that the character would have more weight and would be more rightful to do so. But in my opinion, it doesn't, so it kind of falls flat, and so it makes the whole thing quite unnecessary, I have to say. And so I am a little disappointed as well regarding the twist of the fading faces. I mean, it makes sense, but I would have expected something a little more twisted, because it's not that twisted when you're just fading away, so your face fades away. Because they really built on it, the fading faces and everything, the mystery of Bly Manor, and it's just, there's nothing big. In fact, there's nothing really that twisty about it. It's just ghost and ghost that fall into oblivion. That's it. There's no. So yeah. So that was it. I just like to all the episode. I don't have much more to say. I'm really looking forward to seeing the last 2 episodes. So Isma is really gone, really gone. I'm not sure. I don't know, because I'm not sure how all of these works. And I mean, themselves, they don't know exactly how all of these works, because this is the first time that they're doing so. Is Danny really gonna die? I mean, if they're gonna die everybody by the end of the episode, that's gonna be really interesting, because they didn't kill everybody at the end of Bly Manor, but obviously they killed the girl, and they killed, Peter Quinn's character in Hill House, if you see what I mean, the twin. They killed the girl and they killed the father. That was quite interesting. Was killing the father was a nice twist. So I don't know what they're going to do here, but yeah. If there is a character that I really felt something in that episode, was Rebecca, because yeah, she's really been screwed. But yeah. So thank you very much for watching that reaction of the Haunting of Bly Manor with me. Full-length reaction is available on Patreon, link down below in the description box. Also, don't forget to subscribe, hit the notification bell and the like button if that's not already done. Looking forward, to making to seeing where this is going to end, because we have 2 episodes to go, and I didn't believe it was going to be the case. Given the facts we have here, so yeah, I'm really looking forward to seeing what they have in store for us. Maybe a bigger twist. I really would like so. Thank you very much. See you soon. Have a nice life. Take care. Bye.